Well, there are more than 1 million female farmers in the U.S. today. And in honor of Women's History Month, we want to check in with an industry leader who served in a number of roles as she has helped to guide food tech companies. Welcome to the program, CCO of LO Life Systems, Michele Fite. Michele, thank you so much for being here. Who better to talk about women in ag and being a leader in this industry with your experience? So maybe talk a little bit about your time in the ag sector and your journey as an industry advocate.
Suzanne, great to be here, and thanks for having me on today. I have managed multi-billion-dollar food ingredients as an executive in large food companies like DuPont Nutrition and Health, Kerry, and Soleil, where I've worked as an executive. And I've been working with U.S. farmers in the soy industry, where I have worked with these farmers, acquiring over $600 million of soybeans, both GMO and non-GMO. I've also worked in the dairy industry, working with European, New Zealand, and U.S. dairy farmers, where I've been working with them with over $500 million of dairy proteins to secure the supply chain for infant formula, for sports nutrition, and medical nutrition. I've been doing this for over 40 years. I've been a long time in the agriculture and food supply chain.
That is incredible. And as we know, this ag sector, it is big business. Speak to the importance of women and the women maybe that you've come across in dealing in business and why it is important to support each other.
Oh, that's a great question, Suzanne. So I've had the privilege of working with many female women farmers, small farms, large farm, and a lot of great men across the industry. And also in up and down the agriculture and food value chain, a lot of wonderful women. And there are not many women in the agriculture sector. And so it's so important for us to support each other and bring along many women. When I started back in the 80s, as I said, I've been in this a long time, there were so few of us. And there are a lot of young women that want to be in this industry. And as the number of farms reduce and shrink, and there's all these young women that want to get into this business, it is incumbent upon women like myself who have been so successful in this industry to encourage women to come into this field and bring these young women along so they find their place in this industry. And the more that we can bring unique voices, diverse personalities, diverse thinking, and business ideas, so we can bring success into this industry and enrich the agriculture industry with new ideas and new thinking, and ensure that there's rich margins and profitability in this industry and secure our food supply chain for the United States.
Absolutely. And one of those organizations in bringing women together is the Women in Agribusiness Summit. I know you have been going to this for a very long time. I've heard people refer to you as the OG when it comes to this. Tell us about your experience with this event, why it is so important for women to attend this, because, I mean, not only the networking, but just understanding how to brand and communicate.
Exactly. That's a great point, Suzanne. And I am one of the originals. I am so lucky to have been part of the original Women in Agribusiness Summit. So long ago, we started this for that purpose of bringing along women into the agribusiness industry, and so that women could learn more about the business and how to be successful. And that includes everything about the simple things about markets and learning about markets. And then how do you run a business and how do you be successful, whether you're an individual farmer or you're doing a business all on your own in the supply chain, from a grain, or I'm a distributor, to somebody like me who is in a big organization, a multi-billion-dollar organization. And how do I create success for myself and rise up through the executive ranks and running a multi-billion-dollar organization, a publicly traded organization? And so everything from financial management, leading a team, positioning yourself externally, And how do I create my own brand and my own style? And everything from, am I small on a single farm, all the way up to that big publicly traded company. And that's what we bring together in Women in Agribusiness, our annual summit, where we bring over 1,000 women together and across every part of the agricultural food supply chain. And we bring these together so we teach each other and we network and we support each other to be successful in this industry.
Absolutely. I know the summit is coming up in September. Attending that too, they get a little FaceTime with you. Maybe they'll get to meet you and get some advice. So that's always great. Michele, an incredible time with you. Unfortunately, out of time, but so much insight. Michele Fite with the Women in Agribusiness, you bet, Advisory Board.